I'm pretty sure this may be the best beer for British people and old people. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for another Rooski Brewski review. And today the beer I have for you is by Royal City Brewing Company out in Guelph, Ontario, and it is their Earl Grey Porter. Coming in at 5% alcohol by volume, and the IBUs listed on the bottle are non-existent, but the IBUs listed on the website are also non-existent. Anything on Beer Advocate? Any sort of shape or form? Nope, nothing. No idea what the IBUs are. That's okay. We'll drink it and see how bitter it is, and maybe make a guesstimation kind of thing. With that said, let's crack her open. I'll show you what the bottle looks like. Actually, before I do crack that open, it's looks like sort of like a leafy type stuff. I don't know what kind of leaves those are. Maybe tea leaves? Could be. Makes sense, right? Earl Grey tea porter with tea leaves on it. Very nice looking though. Royal City always does a really good job. It looks a little jumbled, or very busy, sorry, in the actual presentation, but still very nice, easy to read sort of stuff and things. So let's crack her open, see what we got. Like how they do the red bottle caps, and just give it a toss. So close. Hit the backboard. And we're going to be pouring it into my Rouge River Fat Tulip style glass. Doesn't actually look as dark as I thought it was going to be. Pour about that much, just so I can have some to enjoy after the video. Looking at it, looks like a really, you know what, it's not brown, it's like a deep ruby almost. Deep ruby brownish sort of color. Not too much head on that pour. That might not have been the greatest pour, but still pretty light tan, really light tan, maybe just more like an off-white sort of head on there. Yeah, a little bit of carbonation going through. I can see the bubbles, which is really nice. Let's have a smell on it. That smells weird. That smells really weird. It's like sweet. It's like sweet tea and not much porter, but a little bit, and like beer smell. I don't know how I feel about that smell. I don't know. It smells a little spicy even. Ooh, it's weird. That's a weird smell. One thing I want to say right off the bat before I even get to drinking it is that I'm not a big tea drinker. I love my iced teas, like my sweet iced teas, all that kind of stuff like that, but like hot tea, I'm not a big fan. Earl Grey always smells nice. Don't really like the taste of it. So this is something out of my comfort zone for sure. But with that said, let's have a sip and see what we have. Well, it sure tastes like a tea. Like a beer and tea. As in, you know, like, for me, tea, there's a flavor, but it's barely there. It's like a ghost of a flavor sort of thing. Pretty much what this beer tastes like is like a ghost of a flavor of tea and beer. Nice tea flavor, nice beer flavor, but it's just a ghostly flavor. Like, it's there, but just so subtly, and then it's like wateriness. So, you know, since they put tea in here, I guess they hit it on the mark in that regard. It's not bad flavor so far. It's just not there, which is right in line with what tea tastes like. I think they might have done this one well. So far, that was only the first sip. That's why we say, let's continue drinking and see what else we got. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. It's like a sweet, kind of Earl Greyish flavor. Sort of like, tastes like some of those Yankee candles, or like candles from Bath and Body Works. Sort of smell, taste. Does that make sense? I don't know. Porter portion of it, you don't really get any coffee or any porter flavor. It's more just like a tea beer with like malts and a little bit of yeast in the end. Maybe a little bit of coffee, but nothing over nothing over flavored or anything. It's more just like a tea that's been made into beer. A little fruity. Even can't pinpoint the fruits. I guess it's whatever the tea. I don't think Earl Grey tastes fruity, but there's a fruity note in there. I just can't figure out what it is. A little sweet, sort of more like a sweet tea sort of flavor than anything. It's easy to drink for sure. That no questions asked. It's not heavy. It's very easygoing, very smooth. It's just not for me. It's weird. I really want to see what that fruit note is. No idea. No idea. But before we go any further, let's see what the bottle has to say for itself. So, Royal City Brewing Company, Earl Grey Porter. Craft brewed in Guelph, Ontario. Unfiltered beer, naturally cloudy. I don't see any cloudiness in this, actually. Maybe stuff in the bottom. I don't know, but I don't see this being cloudy at all. This is Earl Grey Porter. Lightly fragrant, solid flavor. Porter. Yes, made with real Earl Grey. Enjoy with figs, hard cheese, a good book. Share with friends and enemies. Welcome to Royal City. I like how they do have the food pairing thing on the actual bottle itself. That's very nice. Then they have a little blurb about their brewery. It says, visit our brewery. Royal City Brewing is a small batch brewery in Guelph, Ontario, focusing on fresh, innovative, yet approachable beer. Drop on by our tap room to fill a growler and check it out for yourself. There is always something new pouring. Follow us or visit us on our website to see what's happening. And the website is royalcitybrew.ca. No IBUs listed, no ingredients, no brewed on date. I guess you could ask those in the brewery. Oh, no, they do have a best before date though, sorry. Missed that. Down at the bottom you can see it clearly stamped, which is nice. Best before April 15th, 2018. So this beer is still quite fresh. I think this was actually picked up for me for my birthday by my brother Andre, who's been in a couple of videos. So thank you, Andre, for getting me this beer. Not a big fan of tea, but you know what? This is something different, something I haven't seen before, something I've never drank before. So I'm always up to that. So cheers to you, Andre. Also, if anybody's wondering, Andre does the background music for my videos. Check him out on SoundCloud. Link down in the box below. So moving over to now the website, royalcitybrew.ca. They don't have a dedicated page for this beer, sadly, because they do change up their beers that they're pouring so frequently. They don't have separate pages for all their beers, only their regular beers. But they do say, here it is, Earl Grey Porter, porter brewed with Earl Grey, 5% alcohol. That's what you get. Really nice looking website. I wish they actually did put in their beers, a little bit of a description on the website, but sadly, nothing yet. And going over to Beer Advocate now. Oh, that's so weird. It tastes like tea with beer, like malts and yeast, and that fruitiness that I'm getting, and I can't figure out what the hell is in it. What that fruit is, kind of thing. Yeah, like I said, moving over to Beer Advocate. The BA score for this beer is 3.89 out of 5, so a very good score. Here we go. There are some notes and commercial description here, so this is more information we can figure out. So let's read that. After its warm reception as a pilot brew, Earl Grey Porter has earned its place in our winter seasonal. Thick and warming, this 5% porter is infused with Earl Grey tea and transforms into bergamot and black tea dominated beer. Strong notes of bergamot on the nose and palate. That must be what I'm tasting. That's interesting. finish with a distinctly black tea sharpness on the finish. I can get the black tea, but I guess that fruit that I'm getting is bergamot. Interesting. Cool, cool. Like I said, it's easy to drink, that's for sure. I think if you're a big tea drinker, you might actually enjoy this, but I'm not sure. I haven't given this to any tea drinkers yet. Maybe I should give it to maybe my godparents. They're British, they like their tea, so I'm not sure if they like Earl Grey though. Could be wrong, but maybe they might enjoy this. With that said, we're down to our final sip, so let's drink the rest of this and get rate ratings. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, Royal City Earl Grey Porter. For this beer, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. That's just because I'm not a big tea drinker. I gotta give this beer a solid 6.5 for me. You know, it has a lot of good qualities to it, as in like the mouthfeel, and that's really it. The mouthfeel for me. The flavors are there. Don't get me wrong. The flavors are there and the flavors are good. It's just that I don't like them. I don't like tea. I've never really liked hot tea. That's where that little bias is coming in. So for me, it's a 6.5. But if you like tea, I recommend that you go down to Royal City in Guelph, Ontario, and definitely pick up a bottle of this, or at least try it in their brewery and see what you think for yourself. So yeah, 6.5 for me. Not my flavor, but still not a bad beer, I'm guessing, if you like tea. Moving over to the presentation now, you know, they always do a really nice job. Very nice visuals. The food pairings is nice. Good little description, always cool. Blurb about their brewery, nice addition. And best before date, I like to see that for sure. I wish they did maybe list ingredients and IBUs. Maybe a little bit of a... Oh, no, they do have a description. Yeah, bitterness and ingredients on here. That'd be better as well. But still, very, very nice logo. Moving over to the website now. Oh, that's where it gets a little not as amazing. They do have it listed here, just saying what it is. Earl Grey Porter, Porter with Earl Grey, 5%. That's really it. There's no dedicated page, which is a bit of a bummer. So you can't really get any more information. The other information that I did get was here on Beer Advocate in the notes and commercial description, which helped out a bit, but that's a third party and not from the brewery itself. So for for presentation, I gotta give this beer a solid 7 out of 10, just because their bottle does look nice and it has a lot of information, just not all the information that I would like to see on a bottle and on a website. So before I wrap it up, if you have any comments, questions, beers you want me to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. And with that said, that'll do it for me, Mate Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.